Thursday when I came up to start setting up banners, we started looking at AccuWeather, which has been about 96% correct for the year, and I hope that this would be the 4% that wasn't correct. But obviously, we're presented with the conditions that God has given us right now, and that means some precipitation. I, for one, want to say thank you to each and every rider that stayed, and each and every team that stayed to participate in this event. It's an important event for not only the Northwest, but it's also a very important event across the country. Every other promoter honestly looks at this event and wants to do, as Trampus Parker said yesterday, they're all very envious of what the PRO has done here with this event and what Washougal does with their other events. So again, give yourself a big round of applause for staying and bearing with us.
The moon.
Well, the team event, there was actually a dealer's challenge that was done at SIR for a number of years, and we picked up on the idea and wanted to progress on it and basically make it an elite event in the Northwest and actually in the country, because I don't think there's anything else in the country that's basically like this event.
Dealer's challenge numbers kind of had dwindled, and the tracks they were going to weren't too good, and it was like, we should try this. So we did it, and first one was okay, next one got better, and just grew from there. We gained almost 200 riders every year from our start, from I think 200 our first one to we had 1,100 last year. This year, somewhere around 800.
We've gone on for 10 years now. So actually, 1999, we started at Thurston County ORV Park, which is Strataline ORV now. It just progressed from there. I mean, we're up to over 1,200 riders, and I don't know what to say. I mean, it's just, you know, progressed each year. It's getting bigger and bigger, and teams are just doing more and more and getting really involved. So it's really cool. It's really fun.
Well, I think the Top Gun Team Shootout means family togetherness. It means team spirit. It means a lot to the Northwest because it brings together people that wouldn't normally be brought together on a motocross track. A lot of these guys are fierce adversaries every weekend, but when they come and participate in a team event, which is unique to the sport of motocross, you know, it's all about making the team win, not yourself win. I mean, some guys have got to sacrifice a little bit so that other people can excel, and you know, at the end of the weekend, that Top Gun team trophy is what it's all about, and you can say you won the team trophy.
All the teams come out, all the team managers put together teams and formulate teams from 14 riders or 14 classes, and make an event out of it and compete against other teams throughout the Northwest.
When we started, there were only
Well, you know, after 30 years here at Washougal, you can't judge the weather here. I mean, you just can't.
We were nervous last Friday, well, 2 weeks before the event, because they're calling for this huge storm to come through, and we had no idea what to expect. And we got here Thursday, and nice and beautiful, no rain, nothing. Friday was absolutely perfect. We had, I mean, dust conditions on the track.
When I showed up, it was nice and sunny, warm out. I was getting sunburn on my neck and stuff, so I was stoked for a good weekend. Came out, rode the track. The track was good. It was a little hard packed because they didn't want to till it or anything. And then
it just dumped on us on Saturday. So we pretty much had our decision made for us, and we did it, and it worked out real well.
When you show up to a race and it's nice out and you expect to race the national track, and then next thing you know it starts raining and they tell us we're riding on the grass, it's just like, oh man, why did I even ride yesterday, you know? It gets in your head a little bit, but you just got to go out there and ride, and that's all you can do. Everybody's got to ride the same track, and everybody's got to deal with it as much as you do.
You know, I think that we made, as a whole, collectively between Washougal and the PRO, a good decision to run on a track where everyone could compete this weekend. It was very hard and frustrating for any of us to make that decision. Coming together, I think that people understood as a majority, in tough economic times, tough decisions have to be made, and you know, putting a bunch of people that I would say 80% of them would have blown up bikes or been very frustrated. When I came up here in 1976 for the first time for the Northwest Challenge, the trees were 15 to 30 feet tall. There was pennants around the track. There were no fences. There was a small 2-story tower. And honest to God, those of you that have been here for any amount of years, and a lot of you have been here back since the early 1980s, understand that that was the case. And looking at this field, it's like deja vu, because the original track that was set up here was set up just like this. On the far side, you know what? There's no jumps, but man, a naturally terrain, rough track with good topsoil and no rocks, it doesn't get any better than this.
Going out there, the track was sloppy, ruts were everywhere, kind of just really bumpy, and I just didn't know what to expect the first couple laps.
When it rains, it's so slick, and just people going down in front of you everywhere. You get a bad start, you're pretty much screwed. It's so hard to pass.
I'd almost rather just hole shot, because who cares? But if you fall down and get 15th anyway, it actually matters even less then. Yeah, who cares? It doesn't matter at all. It's sucks anyway. Yeah. Go behind it.
Choppy, really rough, sandy, dusty, wet, slippery.
When I went up to my first moto, it started to rain even more, and when I got up to the line, I just saw mud everywhere, and I hadn't ride the track since practice, and I was Moto 13, so the track changed so much, and I just didn't know what to expect.
little battle between Bowman and Webb.
Yeah, you know, after the first day, I think we had like a 77-point lead or something.
Finding out we were in first kind of makes some more pressure because we want to keep on, we want to stay in front for sure. And so we just kind of had to ride smart, I guess, and just try to get good starts and try not to fall, because you get one DNF or whatever, at least try to finish. That's definitely important. And then just trying to have solid top 5 rides, because some people are so inconsistent. They're going to be farther back, and, you know, just add up all the top 5s and hopefully be up front still.
Hyper's a main contender this year, and Thursday Night Motocross and Motorsport's still a contender. BRT is also a big contender this year, and they all have stepped up and kind of, Elaine at Motorsport kind of set a standard on what to kind of do, and they're following suit and doing the same thing. So by her dynasty, I mean, this is the second dynasty because Skagit Power Sports had it too, and now Elaine's had it. So we'll see what happens this year. I think it's going to be really interesting.
Whole team deal, you know, it's not, if you do good for a moto, you know, it's for your team, not just you, you know, it's not all about you for a change.
You know, we were all cheering each other on. We had a really comfortable atmosphere. I think that's what you need, because too many people worry about trying to win, and we were all just like, hey, good job or good luck, and cheering each other on, just hanging out and stuff.
It's kind of cool because even if you mess up, there's still the rest of your team to help do well. So if you get a team of good riders, even if someone messes up, the team still does well. So it's really cool to have that aspect, that even if you mess up, there's still someone there to help you out.
Like if you have a really good moto or even a bad moto, they're on the sidelines just cheering you on, trying to just get your spirits back up, hopefully charge back through the pack. And that's just the fun of it. I mean, having the team there and having everyone, maybe kids that aren't even in your race, or I don't know, even teammates that are in your race, they're just there to help you out. And if they have a bad moto or have a good moto, you're there to cheer them on, and they're there to cheer you on. So it was all good. That's why I keep coming back.
And then when you do go to the race, you have that pressure of trying to help your team out. So when you're focusing on just helping other people out instead of just winning yourself, I think that does play a big role in how you're going to finish overall.
You know, when the gate drops, when I'm on the gate, you know, you just go all out. There's no slowing down or taking it easy, or you just go for it wide open.
The competition's, it's tough here. Like, everyone's fast, especially on this track. Everyone's fast on this track. So it's hard to, you know, if you're back, they don't give you really enough time to catch up. They only give us, I think, like 6 laps. McCrunham's here, and Partridge, and Whitlow, and Johnson, and a lot of other fast guys here. So it's good. It's good competition.
I come into this race really hoping high, and I was expecting to do really well. And with Tiger Lacey here, the Whitlows, Johnson, the fast kids were here, and it was just as bad as the Loretta's. The competition was bad, and we were out on the rut track, the grass track, so it was even funner.
The competition, it's so much fun because you come out and it's full gate every moto. Most of the time, junior has 2 divisions, so it's stacked gate, and everyone's trying hard, and it's fun. You just got to push it, and 3-day race, so see who has the best stamina over 3 days.
bad luck thing. It kind of bit me hard this weekend. The first day, grabbed the hole shot and came around for the first lap, and there's a red flag, and I was so mad. Come Sunday, got a really good start again, hole shotted, came around for the first lap, got red flag again. I was so mad. Come back for the last moto of the day and pulled the hole shot again. 2 laps into it, I went down in a corner, front end washed out on me, and the rider that went by me, I saw him, it said number 61, Villapoto, and I had to get him, I just had to. It was my goal, I had to get him. And when he ended up going down in the corner, and I was like, oh, is that really happening? So I went by him, and then he got back up, got right behind me, and next thing I know, I didn't hear anything. I took a peek behind me, and he's picking his bike back up. I didn't know what to think. I was like, did I really just win this? That just was running through my head. I was like, oh, the first win of this year, first intermediate race ever, and oh, it was perfect.
At the end of the second day, we had a 104-point lead, maybe it was.
All our riders rode really good. We were up there top 5 every race. Our top A team was up top 5 after every race, and somehow we managed to get bumped down into 8th place. So it kind of was stressful in a way, because we're like, dude, this is the best we can do. We're trying our hardest and put our heart out into the race, and that's what we got.
Everybody have fun today on the track.
Ted puts on what's called a Goon Race here, and the Goon Race is absolutely what it means, is a Goon Race. You take anything you want to do and basically go out there and have fun on a motorcycle. They do team aspects, they do, individual. We have wigs, we have, kids on clapped out bikes, we have parents on clapped out bikes. The ultimate Goon Race that I have seen was Brian Barnes last year and Brock Barnes, Viva and Eva Knievel. That was pretty amazing.
They just ride weird bikes from back when, and they just dress up in costumes and just ride really funny.
Goon Race is just a whole bunch of goons go out and try to act all goonish.
It's commitment. It's pure, you gotta train. I actually had to train more for the Goon Race than I did for the regular race. I mean, elbows down, 5th gear pin, lock up that brake, skids, pop-a wheelies, everything. It's sick. Crucial bar turns, some one-handed fist pumps, and some panic revs, lots of rev limiters, I'm guessing. It's just ridiculous style, and just little things that are kind of funny, and then you just make them completely ridiculous.
What's it take to take home this title? Be myself!
number 2, Richie Racer Ryko. Team number 3, Richie Racer Cowboy, Bryce Strom and riders Chris Aldridge and Dustin Martin.
We're kind of in a dilemma. Either it can't rain at all tonight and maybe we can run on the main track tomorrow, or it has to rain here because this place absorbs so much water it'll be powder like it ended up at the end of the day. Even though it rained hard 2 or 3 times today, it's still powdery because there's no water in the ground. We're gonna have this ready. We're gonna get up at 6 in the morning and try and get that one going, but I'm not too confident we're gonna get that one going.
I knew about how it was going to rain, but I didn't think we'd be riding on that track all 3 days.
Everyone was saying we're going to go to the GP course, and I was pretty worried about it at first, but the first practice I had, I loved it, and I'm glad we got to ride on this track. It was definitely way different, but we had some bike problems, but other than that, I thought the track was awesome this weekend.
I guess the team that was handpicked from HyperX with Stu Bailey and Terry Lindy, the green team, was way out in front all weekend long, and we're awaiting the awards ceremony that'll happen a little bit later today and see how things pan out. But again, a one-of-a-kind track. The only time you'll ever see it, old school Washougal. Separated the men from the boys, the girls from the women. It made people work. There were no jumps. It was old school, technical, gnarly motocross. It started out with a field of grass, went to a perfect track on Sunday, and then on Monday it turned into the gnarliest thing you'll ever see. And we had a lot of comments to start the weekend. People were a little bit upset we were running, not on the main track, but as the weekend went on, huge turnout. All 750 to 800 riders made it all 3 days. Doesn't get any better than that. The pit competition. Third place was the Thursday night Red Bull Motocross team. Second place was the Barton-Built Racing Dirt Works team. And first place, and if you saw their pit area, you understand why, was the Ritchie Racer Ride Co. team. They had a really, really cool setup over there. I hope all of you got to go over and check it out. And everybody did an amazing job as always. Our fifth place team with just 6 more points than sixth place with 656 points. Let's give a big round of applause for Skagit Power Sports and Andrew and Karen Denham. In fourth place, Ritchie Racer Ride Co. Yellow with 690 points. First place in the pit competition in fourth place. And this was an incredibly close race all weekend. Our third place team, and I think with a check that comes with this for $750, also with the plaque, the Thursday night motocross Red Bull Blue team.
We couldn't ask for a better weekend, a better time. The track was tough for everybody, but our kids just stood. They just gave us 110% all the time, and the weak link was the guy that missed the first moto. I have a 2010 fly here, and I didn't want to get dirty. So.
Spot number 2 was only 4 points ahead of spot number 3. They are the 3-time defending champion for the Top Gun Team Shootout. Let's bring Elaine and Scott Russell and the crew up from Motorsport Dodge Amateur Pronto Picks.
The cool factor at Tiger Lacing means the world to me, and the cool factor is Steinke and the rest of you guys, man. I just couldn't be prouder. I wouldn't change anything. And thanks for our team for coming up and putting up with the rain. And I got to announce this, man. We were the #1 Honda dealer on the West Coast for this year. So that's my bragging right. And we're totally motocross oriented. That's our roots. And to be that was huge to me.
They've got 849 points to prove that they are the 10th annual Motorsport.com Top Gun Team Shootout champion, HyperX and their green team. Come on up, guys.
Just got to give it up to Motorsport 3 years in a row, knocking it down. They did a great job and basically gave me some tips on how I might improve over the years. Got a little bit better each year. I got a little smarter at the whole strategery thing. It's not about the pros, and it's about having a team that is holistic. It's about having as many good riders as you can. Thanks to all my teammates for coming up here. We won as a team. HyperX, we won this year. Thank you very much.
I believe we have a check for $1,500.